Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my Nintendo Direct March 2025 impressions. And I thought Nintendo did a pretty good job here. Got a nice kind of balance of things that I was looking into, and then other different kind of ones so that everybody has a kind of good mix. I always think that's a better kind of direct kind of thing any kind of publisher does, when it's got a nice kind of mix that anybody can kind of look forward to, or at least different kind of updates on different kind of games. Now this is a kind of weird one because we knew about the Switch 2 Direct, which is going to be happening next week. This one was kind of more of a kind of surprise, but it was nice to kind of get updates on games kind of like Metroid Prime 4. That one has a really good trailer. Check that out, showcasing kind of more psychic kind of abilities and some pretty cool ass suits for Samus in that one. So we'll see how that kind of works out. It still says 2025, but we'll see what kind of works out on that. So let's see here. We got Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD2 remake. So of course, doing on the same kind of visual style as the Dragon Quest 3 one that they did. Let's see. So I'm looking forward to that since Dragon Quest 11 pretty much got me into the Dragon Quest franchise more forcefully. So I'm like, yay, JRPGs. No sleep for Kaname Date from AI Sonomium Files. New entry in the AI, the Sonomium Files, sees the protagonist of the first AI searching for a missing iris, solve puzzles and investigate mysteries to find her on July 25th, 2025. There you go. This one was interesting. Raidou Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army. The latest Atlas remaster is bringing Raidou to the forefront with a mixture of devil summoning and action RPG combat. With new graphics and gameplay updates, you'll investigate, gain new allies, and solve puzzles around town. Raidou returns and Raidou Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army on June 19, 2025. I actually looked into that trailer, and I'm weird on Atlas games. I'm more into the Persona kind of series. I've tried certain kind of like Shin Megami Tensei once, and they just really didn't jive with me. Just kind of like the oppression of the worlds or whatnot. It just was like, eh. This one's more kind of interesting because I saw it. The gameplay looks pretty interesting, of more of a kind of action kind of bent. You still deal with demons and everything like that, but I kind of like the detective kind of work, seeing what kind of goes on with the characters. Definitely check out the trailer. That one really got me more interested in it, where I wish listed it on Steam. So yes, and a good thing is you can kind of look up and see if some of these are coming to Steam, because they have a lot of multi-platform ones as well. Let's see. Remember Shadow Labyrinth. Bandai Namco's dark take on a Pac-Man themed Metroidvania is arriving with Shadow Labyrinth on July 18th, 2025, with ominous Puck Helper guiding you through a harsh and dangerous world. That sounds kind of crazy. Patapon 1+2 Replay. Interesting. I've never really dealt with those. March forward on the Nintendo Switch. New gameplay features will look to support players, including always showing commands. The beat gets going on July 11th, 2025. Kind of cool on that. Story of Seasons. My sister and my mom are usually kind of like into the Harvest kind of Moon ones. I know this is a kind of remaster, I think? Remake? The Infamous Farming Life Simulator returns. Sim series returns with Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. Taking inspiration from the original handheld release, players will set out to revitalize Zephyr and restore it to glory through the classic methods: farming, ranching, and socializing. Set up for a quiet life on August 27, 2025. I looked into that one. Definitely has some interesting kind of methods. Kind of, you're flying around town with a fucking kind of leaf thing, similar to like Legend of Zelda kind of stuff. I don't know how it kind of stacks up completely with those kind of ones. It is interesting that a lot of people, like Stardew Valley, has kind of overtaken that, and they're like, why are you aping Stardew Valley? It's like, these were out before. And then, of course, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Let's see. See Samus unlocking psychic abilities that she can use to open doors, upright mechanisms, and change the trajectory of her beams. That one looked interesting, utilizing the beams like that. Nintendo reaffirms the 2025 launch window and teased a new suit for Samus, but no news yet on a release date for Metroid Prime 4. That's probably because we're going to get more kind of information of this being kind of like a dual launch title, Switch and Switch 2. Probably. It'll be like, here you go, we got a Metroid game for you on the Switch. We also need an Animal Crossing. Let's see. We've got Disney Villains Cursed Cafe. Serve tea and wicked concoctions to famous Disney villains later today. Oh, yeah. In this coffee shop sim. Ursula, Gaston, Cruella, and more are here to ask for some drinks and serve up villainous dialogue in response. Interesting kind of coffee talk kind of shit there. What the fuck? Witchbrook, the long-awaited spellcrafting and witchery life sim from Chucklefish, showed off some new gameplay today, spotlighting its chill vibes and co-op gameplay set in a cozy witch academy. Witchbrook will be open for enrollment sometime this holiday season. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. That sounds like a different kind of one there. The Eternal Life of Goldman. Explore a dangerous archipelago and uncover the secrets in The Eternal Life of Goldman, a new action-adventure title this holiday. Might have to look into more on that. So we're getting some kind of more holiday ones. Gradius Origins. Celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Gradius games with its collection of classic arcade shmups, including... Weird article. Including the brand new Salamander 3. Gradius Origins arrives on August 7th, 2025. Don't know why I went October. Because everything else was out in the holiday. It's like, okay, I'm not that well versed with it, but go for it. Rift of the Necrodancer? The Crypt of the Necrodancer crew takes on rhythmic battles and fun minigames later today. Oh, so that came out during the Direct. The Celeste DLC also adds some music and characters from the famous platformer, and more DLC is on the way. What is up with these fucking misspellings and shit? Tamagotchi Plaza. A new entry in the Tamagotchi Connection series. This will let you and your pals engage in different activities around different shops through cute minigames. Meet more Tamagotchi and grow your town on June 27th, 2025. It's interesting that Tamagotchi is attempting to move beyond the digital pet kind of thing. That's just weird. Pokemon Legends ZA? Still set for some time later in 2025, Nintendo showed some more gameplay of Pokemon Legends ZA and its wild areas set around Limoges. I'm fucking mispronouncing this like a motherfucker. Luminous City. New Pokemon won't just appear in grassy areas, but around rooftops and other parts of the city too. Plus, we get a tease of the ZA Royale, a tournament held in Luminous City, where trainers will battle for a grand wish granted. So, okay, that sounds interesting. That we've got like the main kind of Pokemon games and these legend kind of ones. I have not been into the Pokemon games on the Switch yet. I'll look into them at a certain kind of point, but I just haven't checked them out lately. I mean, I love the Pokemon series, and I love doing everything like that. It's just, I haven't checked out the Switch ones yet. Rhythm Heaven Groove. A new entry in the classic Nintendo Rhythm series is on the way with Rhythm Heaven Groove. Quirky challenges, fun rhythmic activities, and its excellent art all look set to keep the party going. The beat kicks up with Rhythm Heaven Groove sometime in 2026. Okay, this was interesting. This is a big one. Woo! Virtual game cards on Nintendo Switch, because at first you're like, what the fuck is kind of this? Nintendo is introducing a new system for playing cards, mimicking physical game cards with something called virtual game cards. These will let you shift games between two Switch systems by virtually ejecting and loading games to each console and allowing limited blending between members in your Nintendo account family group. This feature is planned to arrive in late April. That is really cool to have family sharing kind of like that. I hope that works out pretty well. I'd seen them talking about it lasting about 2 weeks or whatnot. So this is kind of cool. I'm glad Nintendo is doing this, and I hope this works out well. Fantasy Life I as well. There was also a sizzle reel of all these other kind of ones. Saga Frontier 2 Remastered. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not that much versed with this, but this looked very interesting. Another Saga series classic is getting an updated look with Saga Frontier 2 Remastered. Featuring the original story and brand new events that expand the story, this picturesque take on a classic arrives later today on Nintendo Switch. And I've also seen it on Steam as well. Let's see. Monument Valley 1, 2, and 3. Several classic puzzle games from the mobile devices, Monument Valley 1 and 2, are set to get you scratching your head on April 15th, 2025. Also, Monument Valley 3 will bring even more gorgeous vistas and puzzles to the Switch this summer. Everybody, golf hot shots. It's like, okay. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Marvel's finest beat 'em up in Marvel's finest beat 'em up in this throwback arcade-style brawler, Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Made by the same team behind, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. You can run it solo or team up with up to 4 players, local or co-op play. Fight for the fate of the Marvel Universe this holiday season. I'm going to have to look into that because I think they did a good job on that game because I played it on Game Pass, and that's pretty cool. Another Tamagotchi one. And then Nintendo Today with Shigeru Miyamoto taking the stage. It's a new app that will deliver news, comics, and more for Nintendo fans. Confirmed that after the Switch 2 Direct next week. More information about the Switch 2 will be published on the Today app, which goes live later today. And then it goes into a kind of list of all the kind of things. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Nintendo getting into kind of at least Metroid, since that's a kind of big franchise. There really isn't that much that they went for any kind of other kind of first party ones, but again, this is the weird kind of one where it's just like, here's the stuff that's coming for the Switch, and I think we're going to get a lot more, especially first party, on the Switch 2 Direct. So if you're like, what the fuck, Nintendo, what the fuck's kind of going on with this, I'm like, that's valid. If they're doing a Direct, they should be hitting, maybe even just giving any kind of small kind of update on any kind of other first-party ones. But since this is preceding the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct next week, that's where they're going to put every kind of big thing. That's where I think we'll get a more hardline thing for Metroid. And then we're really going to get, like, Zelda, Mario, all those kind of things. Because that's going to need shit to push and sell that system. I mean, it will have the backwards compatibility probably for the Switch things as well. But if you're like, I didn't really see or hear anything that was really exciting for me on this one, I get that. That's valid. And I completely understand that for you. I just think that it's probably, hopefully, going to be in the next one. And Animal Crossing. I hope that there is Animal Crossing at launch for this. Mainly for my mom. That's... she needs a new Animal Crossing and everything. But it kind of works. It's been 5 years since the last Animal Crossing, and that's kind of the cadence that they've been doing with certain kind of ones. But I think they did a pretty good job with this. I mean, I've looked up certain kind of trailers already and was like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then was like, okay, certain kind of ones I can play on PC. Haha. And then, of course, Metroid looking for Switch. I'm like, yes, please. Yes, please. More. Which I'm glad that Metroid got its due on that. I'm definitely hoping and thinking that Mario and the rest of Nintendo's pretty strong first party will be showing very strongly, hopefully, on the Switch 2 Direct that we get next week. So we'll see how that kind of goes. So those are my opinions on the Nintendo Direct. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.